Something happened there. I didn't notice it caught me. Good morning, everybody. Maybe you notice a second set of footsteps this morning walking with me. The people are listening there.
Okay.
So I have somebody else here with me this morning. Actually, I talked about this man two days ago, I think, when I was telling you, he walked up to me and he said, "Are you Father Kelly?" And then I had to say guilty. And then he said he was on a trip together. I let Bishop Jos, he's walking around here this morning at sunrise praying a little bit, and he's joining us this morning. Bishop Jose, right?
Yeah.
That's how you pronounce it properly. Bishop Jose.
Jos.
Yeah, I thought I remembered that, and I thought I wrote down Jose in the note. So you are from India, right?
From India and from Kerala.
Kerala.
From the diocese of Ernakulam and Gamali.
And Kerala is the area that was evangelized by St. Thomas, the Apostle.
Yeah.
And he comes from here. So Thomas was one of the fishermen in today's story. Going out when Peter said, "I'm going fishing."
Okay.
So how many years are you a bishop?
And now 12 years.
12 years bishop.
I was consecrated in 2013. I was auxiliary for Ernakulam and Gamali Archdiocese for 6 years. And I was transferred to Faridabad, Delhi. At present, I am auxiliary of Faridabad Diocese, residing in Punjab, Ludhiana.
These are all big names, hard to remember for my ears and my mind. I'd have to write them down 2 or 3 times to remember.
Yeah.
So here we are having our little sunrise stroll and chat.
Yeah.
And 30 years ago we were driving together to, how many? Had we 2 or 3 vans, or how did we do that?
Yeah, we were going by bus.
Had we a bus or vans?
Bus, I remember.
Really? Interesting. From Germany to Rome.
Yeah, and it was in Rome. It was during the Holy Week. So we participate in the Palm Sunday, Maundy Thursday, Good Friday. It was really a good experience. I gratefully remember Father Kelly.
What?
So I remember Cardinal Simonis, who introduced Father Kelly to me.
Yes, and he was the cardinal in Utrecht in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Yes, interesting. I've forgotten all the details there. How many young people were with us?
About 50, I think.
About 50. That was a big group.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the year and the circumstance. One year also we had a group of Russians, but that was 92.
Yeah.
From Moscow.
Okay.
That joined us. And what were you studying at that time?
I was studying in Louvain, Belgium.
University of Louvain.
Yeah, doing my doctorate.
In theology or?
Theology.
In theology. And that's 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Imagine. Did you teach also in the seminary or something?
Yeah, I was a professor in the seminary, Vadavadur, Kottayam, Kerala, for 11 years.
Wow.
I was teaching systematic theology. Yeah.
We actually haven't talked very much because Bishop Jos is very busy in a program that's going on, and we just have seen each other a few times in the lobby, so we didn't really get to talk. But that's life, you know. The trains pass each other by at the station, right, or at the tracks. So one of the lines today that I'm not sure if you had a chance to see the readings, Bishop, just today, but one of the lines that has me busy is that the stone rejected by the builders has become the cornerstone.
Yeah.
And I think many people here listening are family people, parents, grandparents, and the dynamics of life that, you know, we want to control many things, but there's another plan that's working in our lives that maybe we don't control. And this idea that the stone rejected by the builder, so we have a role building, and it's easy in leadership to make wrong decisions. And parents have leadership, grandparents have leadership in their family. To recognize there's another realm. Realm is the word for kingdom, right? Another realm besides what we just see and calculate and want to control in life. And we think like the maximum expression of this are all the wars, all the assaults, the inability to leave the space for others and especially for God's plan. You know, it's there's so many experiences in life that come under that type of dynamic, that type of conflict. It's a pity, really, if God had a plan for the stone to be the cornerstone and then we reject it. It's still going to be the cornerstone. You know, it's amazing.
My reflection about this is that when we construct a house, no, we are looking for beauty, we are looking for shape, then we forget the cornerstone. So in family also, we are giving more concern for our finance, education of the children, and material things. But what is important, the cornerstone is the experience of Jesus, which we have to give to the children. That is the cornerstone. And when there is a presence of Jesus, experience of Jesus, there is a spiritual life in the family. That is the strength of the family. That is the cornerstone, I believe.
Yes. And we could go, let's say, one level, another angle would be just the presence of God, the power of God in our lives. We have many different people participating in our conversation. Some people are Jewish, some people are agnostic, some people are atheist.
That's fine.
And then some people are Muslim. And, you know, so it's, and across the Christian spectrum, we have many different people participating here. I don't really know everybody, obviously, and new people can be listening in for a little bit. So we have a very wide variety of participants. And they begin to know each other because they make comments. Sometimes somebody asks for a prayer, if somebody's going to a hospital, or a new baby is born, or somebody is dying or something, and so people participate a little bit. And we're doing this now for 5 years since COVID started.
That's fine. So many people are benefiting from this.
Yes, we're all benefiting. I have to get up every morning because these guys want to see the sunrise on the Sea of Galilee. So that's good for me as well. It gets me out into the fresh air and seeing the sunrise every morning.
Also, people, those who have not come to Galilee, no, for them also is a good experience.
Yes, and that's how it started, really, because when COVID started, it truncated the pilgrimage immediately. And you felt very sorry because some people had just arrived and they had to go home. The government ordered, a strict discipline. And so then people were deprived of the opportunity. So the sunrise stroll and chat allows people to be here at the Sea of Galilee almost every morning. Sometimes we're in Jerusalem, you know. So actually we're looking here at where the scene of the gospel story is. And if we just look up here, there's a little jetty there for people to get on boats, just going out there just this side of the bush. And if we go to the very end of the jetty and go straight up to, we have the Mount of Beatitudes right up there, just there. And then underneath the Mount of Beatitudes, we have a place called, well, the multiplication of the loaves is very well known, but a less known place is the primacy of Peter for John 21, which is the gospel passage. And that's where we have the memory of that passage today in today's reading. And there we have Thomas going with Peter fishing. And the interesting thing there is that how could they tell that guy walking on the shore has something to do with their lives And he says, did you catch anything? And they said, no, we didn't catch anything. And he said, throw the nets on the other side.
Yeah.
So, like you were saying, that, you know, from our Christian perspective, that Jesus is the cornerstone. So, we see that. But they didn't know it was Jesus, and yet they made room for him. There's something like this fog this morning. There's something about life that's shielded in mystery. And that we are responding to invitations, to suggestions, to opportunities to cast out the nets, to do something, to begin something, and it becomes very important, more than we could have anticipated. And now they have a big catch of fish.
Yes.
The discovery then of this hidden power of the resurrection that's at work in the world, the realm of God entering our lives, and we need to make space for it.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just fascinated by that this morning.
Yeah. It's also interesting, no, because they are expert in fishing, catching the fish.
Yes.
But somebody comes early in the morning and asking, did you catch something? They said no. And the stranger tells them, put the other side.
Yes.
And they just obeyed.
Yes.
That means there is a inner connection with Jesus.
Yes.
So that voice inspired them to do what Jesus says.
Yes.
So there is something inside in our life. There is a fragment of God in our side.
Yes.
And when there is the presence of Jesus, we simply is taken up by the love of Jesus.
Yes. And you know, you think of parents like maybe a child has a problem, a learning problem or a relationship problem, and the efforts made so far haven't helped a lot.
Yeah.
And how to be, in a certain sense, to be listening, to be observing for those little hints in life that become very significant in a turnaround, in changing the course of life, in changing also the blessings in life that are abundant.
Yeah.
Like I think of the poor religious leaders with Peter, and they're starting a process. We know how it goes in the Acts of the Apostles after the healing of the crippled man.
Yeah.
And they want to stay in control.
Yeah.
And that's also a temptation for parents. It's a temptation for grandparents, for us priests, for you as bishop. We want to stay in control, but we need to be listening. What does God want in our lives? What does God want in this person's life, in this child's life, in this spouse's life? Do I need to control? Do I need to dictate? Or do I need to be like expecting a discovery that there's something happening each day that like it's the intermingling of the kingdom of God and our control realm, what we control.
Yeah.
Like we can't control the weather. Even our health sometimes, you know, even if we take great care and have good nutrition, you know, something can slip out of our control.
Yeah, that's true.
In that sense, in a certain sense, everything is gift, and how to receive the gift of life, the gift of other people in our lives.
It's true.
And then that means also that we're a company, that we're not alone.
Yeah. Somebody's there.
That
with us.
we're moving in the presence of great mystery in our lives and great meaning that we can discover.
Yeah.
And we're very happy, Bishop Just, that you are walking with us this morning.
Thank you for
We have an extra
being
presence.
So gracious.
We have an extra.
Invite me to have.
Oh, I'm
this
so happy.
walk.
And so there was another funny thing happened yesterday. I was watching I was having a video conference with some professors from different universities in the United States.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I told our people here this story, but one of our volunteers is in America doing a little tour, promoting good relationships between different Christians and churches. And through two different connections, this guy tracked down that a friend was telling that this volunteer was there from Magdala speaking in Houston, And then it turned out there was a friend of this guy who was hearing the story, said, I think I know those people. And this kid was in school when I was doing an internship in Michigan.
Okay.
And we were on the conference yesterday, and it was like 45 years. It's 30 years since we were together, more or less. And it's 45 years since he was a high school kid and I was in my internship.
Miraculous.
In Michigan. Yeah, it's amazing how I can't wait for heaven when we'll all catch up and we'll start seeing all the connections that we're in life.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we'll understand the cornerstone better then.
Okay.
So we usually do a little selfie moment here to say goodbye to the people.
Yeah.
And we have a very solemn farewell greeting.
Yeah.
It's see you later, alligator.
God bless you. Hallelujah.
God bless you all.
God bless you, your family, everyone.